Blame Truth here, and I just want to say first and foremost to please like this video if you guys could. It'll push it into the algorithm, get it seen by as many eyeballs as possible, and I think it needs to be seen over anything else I've posted lately because what I'm going to talk about kind of transcends Call of Duty. It kind of even transcends modern AAA gaming. I think this will kind of show up in all walks of life eventually, if it hasn't already. It's arguable this has kind of bled over into everything in life because most stuff in life, it kind of sucks, doesn't it? I don't think that's me being jaded or grumpy or whatever. I think it's just, I'm calling it like I see it, man. I don't know. But I want to poll you guys really quick before I get underway. And this kind of, I don't know, this kind of justifies how I feel about things in general. I want to poll you guys, though. How many people, raise your hand in the comment section below if you weren't one of these people, how many people thought that Microsoft purchasing Activision would make the game better? And by the game, I mean Call of Duty. How many people thought it would get better? Or at least, how many people thought it couldn't possibly get worse, right? Raise your hand. Well, if you raised your hand, take that hand and slap yourself across the face with it. I'll do it too, because that's me slapping myself. I'm not sure if the mic picked it up. You know what? I did it too. Like, they can't possibly make this shit any more unbearable than they already have, right? Well, I was wrong, because here's the thing. I'm like, they can't be worse than Activision, but Microsoft is the same company that pretty much has butchered Halo. A lot of you guys don't know this, and that's fine if you're not, you know, old school channel viewers. It's totally fine. I started in 2007, but one of my first videos I ever posted was like one of my friends getting angry on Halo 3. In private matches, you know. By angry, I mean just me playing cheesy and some friends playing cheesy and just overall doing stuff to piss him off because it was funny. I actually started on Gears of War and Halo 3 back in the day, and I recorded those off a VHS tape on a Dazzle. Yeah, it's old school, man. Anyway, that's how I started my channel, actually. It wasn't until I posted Call of Duty in early 2008 that my channel took off, and the rest is history. I'm still here doing it today. But I started on Gears of War, started on Halo 3. Those two games are, I mean, those two franchises are kind of meh. They're kind of not really popular anymore because Microsoft has pretty much killed them. And I came across this thread on Twitter. I've been researching stuff all week about, like, all the ideas, the potential ideas they could have put into Halo to make the franchise a success in 2024. An ex-dev chimed in. Check this out. An ex-dev chimed in and said this: "We must have pitched 20 to 30 game ideas over the 12 years I was there that would have totally worked in the Halo universe. Many single-player and multiplayer ODST-themed ones. Some galaxy-spanning, some more intimate, and one that was really dark." Andrew asks, all right then, so I must ask you, with truth and honesty as a nothingness voice on Twitter, what was the real actual problem when you were in 343? Was it the leaders in-house or the overhead leaders like Xbox and Microsoft who influenced these decisions? Kevin says, oh boy, how I wish I could answer this, LOL. And Andrew says, with that alone, man, you don't have to say any more. Granted, if you want to, that'd be cool, but no worries. Also, thank you for replying to my very problematic comment. It means much. Microsoft is not gonna fix shit. And it's arguable that as bad as Call of Duty is, it still maintains that super casual, I'm going to smoke Crisco vegetable oil out of my Juul because I'm too poor to afford real vape juice because I spend all my money on cringy virgin bundles in Call of Duty. I live paycheck to paycheck while living in my mother's basement. All those types, they love Call of Duty. That might explain why I don't really like it anymore. That's me being very nice. I don't like it at all anymore. And I'm not touching it the rest of the year. I'm sorry. I don't play it. I'm not touching it till the next game. And even then, man, I feel like I'm just the Undertaker. I'm the Undertaker of the YouTube algorithm here. I come back once a year to shit on the game for one big WrestleMania-esque match, and then I'm just done. You know, it's so bad. It keeps getting worse somehow. And now for the meat and potatoes of this particular video. Call of Duty is dead. if you take nothing else from this video, Call of Duty is dead. And I've said that before. A lot of people have said that before. Mostly hyperbole, mostly exaggeration. Obviously, the game's still selling well, although this past year it didn't sell well. I feel like a lot of people were tricked into buying Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, because that game lost a ton of players, and we have the data to back that up, at least on Steam. So, you know, regardless of its problems, people buy it. Do people play it? Not very long, it seems, but that's okay because they release a game every year. Or as bad as the games are, they have a pretty good business model. You know, they're making more money than ever because they know how to make bank. They know how to cash out. The suits are running the show here, and that's why most things suck now, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. Call of Duty, as of February 21st, 2024, though, is dead. What do I mean by that? Well, I have been just seeing everybody on my Twitter timeline, and I've been doing a lot of research this week to bring you guys this video, just constantly browsing Reddit, constantly browsing Twitter, constantly browsing any form of social media to just see what the general consensus is, what the vibe is for Call of Duty. And all I have seen are cheaters. Cheaters are everywhere. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe this is just like, I don't know, maybe this is just in a vacuum. Like maybe I'm just being fed this by the algorithms of these social medias, and maybe it's not that bad. But then I saw a video that it changed my entire perspective. I initially thought that Call of Duty would die because of their bad decisions. In a way, this is a bad decision. Their lack of anti-cheat, the ricochet bullshit they have. In a way, this is factored in, but I think the actual killer of this game will be the cheat companies. And you know what? At this point, I'm all for it. Here's the thing, man. There are the very obvious cheaters, right? They're the very obvious cheaters. The ones that wall hack, the ones that you could just tell are cheating. They fly around the map or they spin around in circles and snipe you or whatever. Obviously, those people are cheating. It's the other people that are subtly cheating. And I've seen this a little bit in Dead by Daylight as well. The subtle cheaters are the ones that will not only be able to cheat for the lifetime of the game, they will never be banned for it. So every time you see Team Ricochet or whatever saying they've banned 12,000 accounts, which could just come back with a VPN or whatever, that's just the ones they're catching. Those are not the majority. But I saw a video by Caps Locked, and I've been talking to him a little bit on Twitter. He made a banger video. I'm just going to link it. I don't want to steal anything from that to put in this video. You just need to watch his particular video. It's better than what I could do, kind of just paraphrasing it. But I'll leave a link to that in the pinned comment. But he actually talks to a cheater, an anonymous cheater in Call of Duty. And the issue with cheating in Call of Duty is you see all these accounts getting banned. These are the guys that are just doing it willy-nilly, and they eventually get reported so much they get banned. You also see people getting shadow banned a lot, which, again, if you get reported a lot, whether you're cheating or you're not, you get shadow banned, and that could either be justified or not. But he posts this video talking to a cheater and saying that there are so many ways to subtly cheat, and you'll never get caught. And he's been doing this a long time, and he knows people who have been doing this a long time and will never be caught. He also covered Apex Legends finding cheats for Call of Duty, whereas Call of Duty couldn't find cheats for Call of Duty, which tells you all you need to know about what's going on here. And this, as far as I'm concerned, this has just killed Call of Duty, because for me personally, I see this and I think no one is playing legit, so why would I even play? Even if the game was pretty good, I think it's complete dog water, but even if the game was pretty good, why would I play? There are so many subtle cheaters, whether it's Cronus Zins, whether it's people, you know, using minimap hacks or whatever, and you'll just never know, what have you. There's so much subtlety with it that I would just be a ball of anxiety playing the game. You know, there's no point. The only deterrent for that is to session join Billy Goat 57, there won't be cheaters in these low dumb kid lobbies, these protected brackets. So in a way, skill-based matchmaking is the only way to protect yourself from the cheaters, but you kind of have to manipulate that to even it's such a clown show at this point. And I bookmarked a particular tweet, and you may have seen it earlier, but it was this guy saying, like, tinfoil hat theory. They have to be working with the cheat companies, right? How can a billion-dollar company not take these guys out? Not, find a solution to this problem? A billion-dollar company, literally infinite resources. And it's like either you're dumb as fuck and you suck, or you're doing it on purpose. So tell me, Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft, Call of Duty, either you're dumb as fuck and you suck, or you're letting cheaters prosper on purpose. They gotta be in cahoots with them making money or something on the side with them, selling this stuff on the side. Like, that's the only thing I can think of here. Guys, I made a prediction about a month ago. And it's not even a prediction, it's a foregone conclusion based on deductive reasoning and the numbers we have. But I predicted that Call of Duty would see the lowest numbers we have seen on Steam yet. And before all the people come in saying it's just Steam, again, that's the only thing we can track, because everything about this franchise is hidden in secrecy. It took us 4 years of just screaming at them to have them just address skill-based matchmaking, and it was lawyered up. I'm gonna go over that in another video. It was lawyered up, and they danced around the truth even in that. It took them like 2 months to write out something that should have taken a day, if they were actually honest about it. But, oh my God. These people are just weasels. They're weasels, they're pussies, whatever you want to call it. They are afraid to show what's actually behind the veil. Seriously, quote me on that. But we're gonna see the lowest player count numbers on Steam that we've ever seen, and this is 3 games in one. This is not just Warzone. This is not just MW3. This is not just MW2. It's all 3 of them, and every sub mode is counted with that as well. So multiplayer, it's dead. You guys could say whatever you want. Maybe Warzone's fine. I think Warzone will still be fine because it's BR. It's free to play, even if there's cheaters, whatever. It's free, technically. But multiplayer, like actual Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, Sledgehammer's trying. I have to give them credit. I can't sit up here and just bash them. I really do think Sledgehammer is trying their hardest, and I do want to commend them. But it's like giving a new paint job to a vehicle where you pop the hood, and instead of an engine, there's just a big pile of elephant crap. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point, Sledgehammer. Like, give up the ghost. Just come out and say, hey, guys, we're not going to do anything else this year because there's no point. Better luck next year. What's left of Sledgehammer, at least. 25% of them got fired. This game's dead. Multiplayer. I launched my fucking channel. I just spit all over the mic. I don't even care. I'm getting passionate up in here because God knows the world needs more of that. All right? You could say like, oh, BT, don't yell. It hurts my ears. I don't care. Turn me down. Suck it up. Grow some balls. Okay? Like, I started my channel on Call of Duty multiplayer. And I sit up here and I yell and I scream and I complain because I don't want to see it die. And everybody else is saying, hey, don't complain. Hey, be nice to the devs. Hey, say things nicely. Get across your point nicely. I'm going to tell you guys something, and this isn't some red pill thing. This isn't some Andrew Tate thing. This isn't any of that. I'm going to tell you this from 34 years of experience in life, all right? Being nice at a certain point does not work, all right? Being nice at a certain point does not work. If you never listen to anything I say, listen to that. At a certain point, I used to be nice to the devs back in the day. I used to enjoy the games back in the day. But when I saw what they were doing, when I saw that they were essentially manipulating us with Modern Warfare 2019, when I saw that Joe Secca and his merry band of morons couldn't get their communication right, or in a lot of cases just didn't communicate with us as a whole, when I saw them release one of the worst games of all time with Modern Warfare 2, I mean, you know, I can't just sit around and not call it out. And now here we are, interest at an all-time low with this franchise. Interest at an all-time low. Cheaters at an all-time high. And I just got to sit here and say I told you so. In fact, I hope you keep cheating, because these people that play this game are stupid. At this point, they're stupid to have any hope whatsoever, like, for this franchise. I'm stupid because I had hope for this franchise when Microsoft purchased it. I have no hope anymore. They should have went in and changed things this year with Call of Duty especially. All they did was go in and just fire people. That was it. That's it. That's all that's happened, is they fired people. You know what I mean? Look at this by Nadeshot. And I have to say this. I have to say this to Nadeshot. He says this: Call of Duty, I love you. I love all the bundles and customization that we've gotten this year despite most people's complaints. I buy them all. I'm going to stop reading right there. The rest is just saying what I said in this video, except the difference between me and Nadeshot is I'm not an overprivileged moron that spends money on this game. This guy's rich. Like, he could buy every bundle in the game and it's fine. Technically speaking, guys, I could buy every bundle in the game, make it a tax deduction for my videos as long as I show it on my YouTube channel and talk about it. And technically speaking, it's quote-unquote free. And I make good money. I could easily do that too. But I don't, because I don't support these people. So his first few sentences there completely undermine his complaints. Why don't they fix things? Because morons like Nadeshot, I'm sorry, I like Nadeshot, but what a moronic take. You keep buying the bundles and then wonder why things don't change. No, you deserve it. Nah, you deserve to keep buying the bundles, and you deserve to keep watching the franchise go down the drain. You deserve cheaters in every one of your lobbies, and that's just the ones you can detect. There's so much subtle cheating going on. I recall seeing for several months, you could probably go to Amazon right now and check this out. In fact, I'm going to do it live in this video. Amazon.com. Cronus Zen. Let's look this up. This is live. 3,000 bought in the past month. Well after Call of Duty's boom period, you know? But I saw this like upwards of 7,000 bought in the past month, and that's just on Amazon. That's just on Amazon. You know, anywhere else that sells it, I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of people on multiplayer, on Warzone, on old Call of Duties using this thing. You deserve it. If you still play it, you still buy the bundles, you deserve it. I wash my hands of this. I am not guilty in the slightest. I've just been up here trying to tell you so. And the fact that every single day, even nowadays, people will come here and say, stop complaining, play something else, do something else, move on, whatever. You are part of the problem. You realize that, right? You're the reason why the games are like this. You sit there and you think everything's hunky-dory. Like, guys, I'm really not that negative of a person in real life. I just call out bullshit when I see it. I don't know what else to say other than that. I'm out of time. Watch Caps Lock's video. I'll link it in the pinned comment. And again, if you enjoyed this, drop a like rating. I think it needs to be seen. It'll help me. It'll help Caps Lock. It'll help everybody else talking about the cheating fiasco. Guys, I'm out. Peace.
Some parting advice?